Hi, I'm Joana. I'm going to talk briefly about 3 common misconceptions about ADHD. Just a disclaimer, these misconceptions doesn't mean that those things cannot be true for many ADHDers. It just means that they are not true for everybody and that it can be particularly difficult to find out that you are ADHD if you think that you have to meet those criteria to count. So the first one is that ADHDers are lazy. We are not lazy. We have ADHD. So it means that often we struggle with executive functions such as planning, organizing, starting a task, going through with a task, and things like that. So if you see an ADHD who is not doing what they are supposed to do, it doesn't mean that they don't care. It means that they are overwhelmed. Maybe they don't know how to prioritize. Maybe they don't know how to start. Maybe they don't know where to start because they have so many tasks to do. Often that can make us shut down, and then we can't do anything. But believe us, when we sit down and we look like we don't care, there's a lot going on in our head, constantly reminding us that we should be doing something. And that can be very hard on us. The second misconception is related to it, that all ADHDers are hyperactive and constantly running around and climbing trees and things like that. Hyperactivity can show itself in many different ways. It does not have to be external physical hyperactivity. It can be internal. For example, I have a constant inner monologue that switches between topics constantly, and it won't shut up. It won't quiet down. It is just a constant hyperactive mind, which can be very entertaining by all means, but it can also be distracting. And hyperactivity can show itself in other activities other than physical movement. For example, people who switch hobbies a lot, people who move countries a lot, people who change their job or their university subjects a lot. That can all be a way of expressing hyperactivity. And the third myth or misconception is that all ADHDers are disorganized and always late. The thing is, a lot of us are organized in some areas of our life, overly organized even, because we overcompensate so much. There is part of it is shame. You don't want people to know that you are disorganized. So publicly you present as a very organized person. Maybe other areas of your life are a complete mess, but you make sure that people don't know that. Because there is a lot of stigma attached to being lazy, to being disorganized or late. Often people see it as a character flaw, which it is not. It is just your neurotype. So sometimes we can feel that we need to overcompensate and be extra organized. And for example, in my case, I overcompensate by being extra on time for appointments, which means I'm anxious, I'm worried that I might not be on time. So I prepare a lot, and often I spend the whole day, if I have an appointment, I spend the whole day in waiting mode. I'm just anxious that I might miss the bus, or that I might forget, or that I might hyperfocus on something. I literally cannot do anything else the whole day until I have that appointment. And I will be on time for the appointment, and people think, well, she's on time, she's organized, she can't be ADHD. Because people do not see the process, they only see the outcome. They only see the result. They see the university degree that you have. They don't see how much it takes out of you. And they don't see all the people who drop out of college, for example. They see maybe that your house is clean for some reason. They don't see how much extra work it takes you, because the thing is, we can do everything that everybody else can do, but it just takes us a lot more. And that can lead to burnout, it can lead to mental health issues, and it's just not healthy. It's similar to autistic masking. Autistic people mask their traits, ADHDers mask their traits, and it just doesn't always help, because those coping strategies take a lot out of us. So it's just something to be aware of, that you could be ADHD even if you're not physically hyperactive, even if you're not always late or disorganized, and even if you care a lot about your tasks that you have to do, you could be ADHD. Just ask yourself, maybe, what do you do to get to the same point as other people when it comes to everyday life? How much more effort do you have to put in? And I think that says a lot more about ADHD than just looking at the outcome of things. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed Neuro Pride 2022, and I hope to see you at one of our meetups soon. Bye!